Hey, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co, and this is a slightly different video than usual. This is going to be covering the Jack Vasel Memorial Fund over on Board Game Geek, just covering the stuff in it. There's 21 pages of board game goodness, and I wanted to, in some way, shape, or form, spread awareness of this event so people can know about it and hopefully give and donate and buy that board game you always wanted while giving money to a good cause, and just trying to figure out a good way to do that is semi-entertaining and keeps you semi-engaged as we go through 21 pages of board game goodness. In case you don't know, the Jack Vasel Memorial Fund is a fund that was started by Tom Vasel after the passing of his son Jack, when there was a whole lot of community support and outreach and just really helped him and his family through that. He thought that it would be great if there was a general fund for board gamers out there, and they started the Jack Vasel Memorial Fund. This has been a recurring thing for quite some time now, and the auction over on Board Game Geek is a regular yearly event in which people just both donate auctions, both donate items, as well as bidding on items to eventually just have a whole lot of money and support go towards the fund so it can help people in need. It's an excellent cause. I highly recommend it, and if you ever wanted that board game that's hard to track down, and this is a good opportunity to go ahead and get it while spending probably more than it's worth, but that's fine because it's for a good cause. So I'm going to go ahead and go through this. We'll talk about things as we go through them. There's 21 pages, and I don't want this to be a 3-hour long video, so I'm just going to kind of focus on various things in it as I go through it, just things that catch my eye as being particularly interesting to me. If I miss anything that is particularly interesting, it's because I'm scrolling through it as I go fairly quickly. I have not done any pre-research. I'm just going through the pages, so we'll see what catches my eye. The whole bunch of things, and there's a lot of these packages in there as well of just kind of Easter egg stuff of just hidden packages, box of random assortments. Over here we have an auction for the Creature Comforts meeples over here. This is not for a copy of the game, but this is for some deluxeified meeples for Creature Comforts. Creature Comforts is a fantastic game. This is for Meeple Source, a bunch of Meeple Source goodies over here. And in general, for these things, you're going to be paying, well, if you scroll through it, if you're not familiar with Board Game Geek auctions, you'll have to have a Board Game Geek account, and then you just go ahead and comment your bids. So you can see over here, for instance, we have a 100-piece set of meeples for Lords of Waterdeep. Lords of Waterdeep is one of those games that has always had tons of upgraded tokens for the game, just because the little wooden cubes are not nearly enough to cut it, and they're fairly expensive, although this one is also fairly expensive. That's because part of it is going towards the meeples, part of it is going towards, well, supporting the auction. We have a whole bunch of resource sets coming after here. Just all these things seem to be coming from Meeple Source, so I'm guessing that Cynthia Landon is from Meeple Source. Well, there we go, right there in the tag, Meeple Source over there. So we have a bunch of these things over here. Underwater Cities, Deluxe Vacations. Underwater Cities has been a long time since I played that game. We have inserts now. So we have coming from Robert Suring. Robert Suring does inserts. He has the company Insert here. He sells his own inserts directly, as well as, I believe, through Top Shelf Gamer, if I'm not mistaken. And then here, we got a bunch of inserts. These are actually featuring his newer designs. He used to do more foam core, and he has since switched to doing more 3D designed inserts. I've actually really appreciated the 3D ones that he's been doing. The foam inserts I never got quite as many of. I have a few in my collection, but these 3D ones that he does are fantastically well designed, so if you want to check those out, I can't vouch for any individual insert, obviously, but specific ones have been worked out very well for me. I think I have Hallertau, Nusyard? No, I don't think. I think I have just for Hallertau. I have Someone This Duel. Some solid inserts there. We have Everyone Needs a Shed. Shit Gamer Pun. This looks like just being in a cartoon. Don't know much about that one over here. Let's keep going down further. And again, anything I pass over, I'm just trying to rapidly go through 21 pages. And this is a Board Game Geek auction format, so everything's not necessarily as well formatted as I'd like. Over here we have Aqua Garden and the Arctic, which comes with all these things over here. So if you want a copy of Aqua Garden, that was a fairly well sought after game. Look at all these awesome meeples here. These do look fairly cool. Looks like that. Then we have, I'm trying to find some more stuff that I know. Oh, Wits and Wagers. Oh, this is a fun one. So the Wits and Wagers Epic Geek Edition. This is something that's not actually out. This doesn't exist. Dominic is auctioning this one off. This is something that's only a handful of copies out there. They tried to make this Wits and Wagers Geek Edition, and they kind of shelved it indefinitely. So this is a game that doesn't actually exist. It's a version of Wits and Wagers that doesn't exist, in case you're interested in that, which very much makes this a one of a kind. I wonder how much this is going for. 500. Wow. That is pretty cool. That's an expensive copy of Wits and Wagers, but for something that doesn't actually exist, kind of makes sense. We have Rado running through games. So Rado's wife, Jen, she makes a lot of jewelry, in case you didn't know. She's donating this over here. She's doing a lot of stuff recently for the support of Ukraine, and so she has some of these things over here that look like they're being auctioned off as well, and then some, promo cards for Everdell too. Let's see what else we got. What things we have. We have a Ticket to Ride, a computer game. I did see, I kind of semi-scrolled through things. There are a bunch of things out there in terms of their Steam keys, computer computer games, you know, Humble Bundle packs, all of that. I'm not going to heavily focus on those. Again, you can scroll through as much as you want. We have the Champions of Midgard Jarlbarks from Grey Fox Games, in case you want that. I believe that's just the box, not necessarily all the contents of the box, but I don't fully know. We have 4 Signs. Oh, this is from Lance. This is from Lance, the Undead Viking. This is directly from Grey Fox Games. So Grey Fox Games is supporting this auction over here. We have 4 Signs, the Kickstarter edition over here. That's currently up to $100 for the Kickstarter edition of 4 Signs, which you can actually see right above my head over here. That's where I have 4 Signs. I got in 1 game of it. I need to get another game in. We have After the Empire, which is fantastic. That is somewhere over here to my left or right. I thought it was. Did I move it? No, it might have moved down there. I don't know exactly where, but I have After the Empire, a fantastic game. That one I actually have reviewed on the channel. And then we have from Aaron Hoffman these physical D6. This was a recent Kickstarter, if I'm not mistaken. These are little dice thingy that you kind of shake, and you have a D6 in your hand. Very not useful compared to a regular die, but very useful when you don't have a table for a die. If you just want to shake it in your hand, if you're playing, I don't know what you're playing, that you don't have a table available, but this is, you know, he has these, and I believe he has them in different sizes as well. Over here we have more D6. I believe he has them in different sizes, if I'm not mistaken, but these are the D6 over there. We have Solarius Mission. Solarius Mission, I don't know much about the game. I've seen it before, but that's about it. 3 Kingdoms Redux. This is coming directly from the designer and or publisher. I know that he's associated with the game. I don't know whether it's designer, publisher, or perhaps both. 3 Kingdoms Redux is a generally hard to find game. I don't know much about it myself. I've never actually played this one, but I've heard good things about this one. Then we have Planetarium. Don't know much about that one either. We have Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, German edition over here. I don't know if it's what's it called, language independent. But what I do know is I have this game on my shelf and I really want to play it. But I have a lot of games on my shelf that I want to play. We have the Experts expansion pack for Venus. I have played Venus, but it's been a very long time, and that is page 1. So let's go through page 2. Let's see what we can go through over here. There are a bunch of things that were fun to see. I mean, these are all fun stuff over here. I'm just going through, picking out stuff. We have Kadama the Tree Spirits. Never really played that one. I think I actually may have a long time ago. We have Kiji, or maybe Kigi, I'm not sure. We have Castlematic and Little League, the Secrets expansion. We have Picture Perfect, the Deluxe Acrylic Upgrade Pack. So Picture Perfect is a game I really need to cover on the channel. I've had it for a while in my collection, but it's a big game with all the positioning. And this is basically an upgrade acrylic token pack, or for all the various characters to put them on the board instead. We have a Humble Bundle over here. Again, we'll have a bunch of these over here. I've been auctioning off the various Humble Bundles for a whole bunch of stuff over here, up to $40. We have Humble Bundle 17 Greatest Hits, just a whole bunch of stuff here, both board games as well as video games within the Humble Bundles. We have Mystery of the Abbey. This is an older game that actually got a reprint at one point from Days of the Wonder, but it's out of print now, not currently available. Mystery of the Abbey. It's one of the fewer Days of Wonder games I've never actually played. I've played most Days of Wonder games. I have not played Cleopatra. I have not played Mystery of the Abbey. I haven't played some of the newer ones, like The River. I haven't played The River, but most Days of Wonder games I have managed to dive into, just not those. We have the Asmodee Digital Play Pink over here. We have the Humble Bundle Batman Collection, where we have Humble Bundle, again, lots of those things over here. We have Mixed Sonic and Mega Bundle. What else do we got? Mind MGMT, a sealed copy of Mind MGMT Deluxe. That is a fantastic game. Highly recommend picking this one up if you're interested at all. Going for $200. Wow. You know what? Actually, I will, when I'm done filming this, I will put up my own copy. I'm keeping my copy of Mind MGMT Deluxe because I love that game, but I did replace my regular copy of Mind MGMT with the Deluxe Edition, so I have it on my shelf. I'll go ahead and throw on to the end of this auction Mind MGMT and something else with it. What can I throw with it? I'll throw Merchants of the Dark Road and Mind MGMT in a little bundle on the auction, because honestly, if I'm covering this, I should be giving something as well at the same time. We have Tinner's Trail. Tinner's Trail is a great game, recently reprinted by Alley Cat Games, but I haven't actually played the newer version. I haven't played it yet, but the original Tinner's Trail, fantastic game. Martin Wallace in general, amazing designer. We have custom-made box bands. These are things you can find a bunch of companies that do these, but they just hold your boxes stable. These boxes, I don't know what it is about this picture. Those boxes, to me, they look like little board game tables, tiny little square boxes. Those are full boxes over there. They just look small based on the picture and the size of the bands and what I'm expecting the band to be. But yeah, these are storing all those things, keeping your boxes condensed on the side. We have the Board Game Geek game, not the game pictured. So this is going to be $250 BGG shopping spree. So if you want a whole bunch of fun stuff from BGG, the BGG store or whatever, they have games, they have upgrades, they have tokens, they have bags, they have a whole bunch of things in the store. You can check that out. We have some Lego. We have, what do we have here? We have the Ice Duo. That's from, what's the name of the company? Oh my gosh. Okay, so what do we have here? This is going to be €500 towards a Rathskeller's table. So, if you are in the market for a Rathskeller's table, this is €500 gift card towards one of the tables, which is a pretty impressive gift card. I wonder what it's up to currently. Currently up to $200. So that's a pretty good deal if you're interested in a table. You're basically getting a fairly good deal if you are in the market anyway. So this one, if you are interested in a table, solid time to go ahead and jump in it. We have the Wizards Academy. This is for the official digital print and play files, I guess. So we have that. We have Dice Throne. Dice Throne Champion 1 Edition and the 4 Horsemen promo pack. I don't know if I'm familiar with the 4 Horsemen promo pack, but Dice Throne's a great game. Recently came out with the Marvel edition of Dice Throne. We have Safe Return Doubtful. This is for print and play files. What do we have? We have Miscellaneous Game Accessory. This is also from Rathskeller's. So more of their metal dice, it looks like. They have a line of metal dice, and it looks like they're giving them away here. We have Battle for Rokugan. Battle for Rokugan is a great game. If you like games like City of Spies, or if you like games like Game of Thrones, Battle for Rokugan, I should really review it on the channel, honestly. It's a fantastic game of doublethink, of hidden bluffing, great experience, highly recommend this one. It really is the perfect blend of City of Spies and Game of Thrones, the board game, giving to you a fairly accessible package full of doublethink and orders and planning. We have Elder Sign, and then we are on to page 3. Right about now is when I look at the time and realize that I have to move faster and find only things that I'm particularly interested in. So there's a few ways to do that. We could do titles only over here. See, titles only is an interesting way of doing this, where you can kind of scroll through and just find the various titles, but honestly that's going to be a little too dry, so let's not do that. So let's go through a little faster. We have the black box. Oh, black box. Okay, this is basically this is going to be him offering a whole bunch of games. So you're kind of bidding on a package of games, and he's giving a bit of teasers of, like, for instance, first teaser, I will include at least 2 of these games. So you might be getting Cryo and Kanban, you might be getting Caverna and Kanban, you might be getting Cryo and El Grande, but you're getting at least 2 of those 4 games. If you want all 4 of those games, well, then you're pretty locked in. The bidding so far on this is pretty high. What are we up to? $310. Wow. So we have Inish and Carson City, in case you want that. We have Machikoro and Inish. We have Machikoro Mystic Veil. Again, showing various combinations. That's what he's doing. He's offering a box full of stuff. And then the reverse side, we have Box of Crap, which is a little more vague and a little more specific, but we have $75 just to see what he sends out. What's in it? It's random meeples, cardboard components for prototyping, something to read, even the occasional odd game. Well, that is definitely something that's very convincing. We have the Princess Bride role-playing game. We have, what do we have here? We have the Pieces high-stake fishing competition. We have an unpublished prototype. And then we have, scrolling down more, we have the Reckoners. Okay, the Reckoners, this is actually directly from the publisher, Seth Van Orden, from Navu Games. The Reckoners is a fantastic experience. Highly recommend that game. It's great, and this comes with the Reckoners Steel Slayer Epic Edition with Epic... So it looks like it's coming with the expansion. That is pretty awesome. What's that up to? $260. That is an expensive game, by the way, with all those metal bits, but it's a fantastic game. Honestly, kind of wish I had played it tonight. We just sat down and we played again. We just played, what's the game? It's a new game. I am blanking on the name. I will remember this shortly. But we just played a game, and we should have played the Reckoners. We have Batman Gotham City Chronicles. This is the Kickstarter. This is the full Kickstarter, currently up to $150. Looks like it's just the base pledge, if I'm not mistaken, just looking at this here. No, it's a little more than the base pledge. Hold on, this actually looks like a pretty good deal. If you're interested in this right now, $150 for that, that's a pretty good deal. We have Vindication, which is a fantastic game, currently at $175 if you want to jump in on the Vindication. This looks like the Kickstarter edition, I'm not certain. Painted miniatures. That's pretty cool. So we got some painted miniatures over there. We have The Search for Planet X, great game in general. We have Meeple Land, which I have not had a chance to play myself. We have Miscellaneous Game Accessory, custom 3D printed board game insert. So it's a board game insert with a few links as far as what you can get your hands on. We have Historia, which I haven't played. We have Heart of Crown, the Fairy Garden, have not played that either. We have Gekido Bot Battles, another game I haven't played. There's a lot of games I haven't played, even though there are a lot of games I have played. We have Dungeonology Expedition. Dungeonology Expedition currently up to $50 for what? What do we have here? The Kickstarter version and Circe's Bay. This is a good price for a not great game, which is probably why it's at $50. We have a lot for a bunch of games here for Strike, Queen Domino, Majesty. The danger of these geek auctions, especially when you have 21 pages, is that not everyone's going to look into the details, but sometimes what are your options? You kind of have to show something. We have Dungeons & Dragons Castle Ravenloft. One of those, actually, I've never actually played any of the D&D board game series. We have Godspeed from Pandasaur Games. This was like a big title for them after Dinosaur Island. Didn't take off quite as much. It seems to be generally well rated, just didn't get that buzz past that. But this looks like the Kickstarter version. $50 for the deluxe version with the metal coins and 3D printed insert. That's a pretty good deal. If you're interested in Godspeed, that is a good price for Godspeed. We have Seafall, the legacy game that is infamous for being the legacy game that did not take off to the level it wanted. $25 for that game. We have Quadropolis, $10 so far. $40 for Quadropolis as of right now. We have Smash Up, a whole lot of Smash Up with some expansions, and we have some bundles, and we have the Ticket to Ride, the pink pieces. If you're trying to hunt down the Play pink accessories, those are hard to find. We have a Twitch game, something like that. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I probably will not go through all 21 pages, he realizes at the end of this, because it's just going to be way too late. What else do we have? So, we have a 12-inch hand-painted canvas. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. So this is a hand-painted canvas of a variety of board games that looks like Ghost Stories, if I'm not mistaken. We have Sushi Go, we have Tichu, we have Carcassonne, a whole lot of board games in case you're interested there. This looks like they flick them up, probably, maybe. Whole bunch of board games. This is, what is this? This is, I don't know what this one is. Maybe Pandemic? Maybe? Could be. We have Dune Imperium, the Golonakov Crafts Premium Resources. I don't know what that is, but I assume it's deluxe resources for the game Dune Imperium. We have Architects of the West Kingdom, so a whole bunch of deluxeified resources for games I didn't really know about this company of resources. We have Star Scrappers Orbital. Star Scrappers Orbital. Is this a new one? Is this a new game that just came out? Oh, cool. Is this already out, or is Star Scrappers... They have two Star Scrappers games. I don't know which one's which. We have 7 Citadel. Oh my gosh, this is for the yet-to-be-released 7 Citadel. This is going to be going directly to the winner. $400. Wow. If you're interested in 7 Citadel, this is an opportunity to get in on 7 Citadel while supporting a good cause. Great game, by the way. Played 7 Citadel. I got rid of 7th Continent because of it. We have Mystery Date. Don't know anything about that. And then we have Chimera Station. A game that made me lose my point on the what's it called? The Going Analog quiz show, because I remember the game, but I couldn't remember the name of the title. We have Globe Twister, don't know anything about that. Dream On, a whole bunch of games. Mighty Monsters. We have Dos Rios, a game that oh my gosh, this is an old game. I used to have in my collection a long time ago. I don't think I ever played it though. We have Zoo Break. We have a whole bunch more stuff. Cartographers. Oh, the Cartographers Mag Packs. So basically, we just have the Cartographer. I actually just reviewed this past week. Though they have the Cartographers Map Packs for Cartographers, shockingly enough. We have Suburbia. We have Railways of the World. We have Respublica. And then we have Chronicle X. This looks like it's just for the miniatures. This is listings for the XXL models from Chronicle X unassembled. Chronicle X, this is from Ark Studios. Fantastic miniatures. Questionable board games in their past. They seem to be trending towards better board games nowadays, but who knows? We have Vivid Memories. Vivid Memories is a recent Kickstarter. This is going to be the new one. It's going to be the deluxe version. Player boards are 2 layers, so this looks like the deluxe version of the game. Currently available for $444, quoting the high bid. What is it up to? $50 for that, for the Vivid Memories. This is actually just reviewed by the Dice Tower. Not that favorably. I was a little bit more positive on it. I wasn't like over the hill about it when I covered it, but it was a good game, just not a great game. Decorum. Decorum is the game. It's from Floodgate, which is why I remembered. Decorum is the game we played tonight. Should have played the Reckoners. Decorum is great. Reckoners is better. We have the X-Files. We have Doctor Who. We have, what else do we have? We have Muse. Muse Awakenings. This is one of those games, Muse, not Muse. We have Muse, which is a game that it falls into the Dixit line and genre of games. I liked it, but I just like playing Dixit more. Although I do like what they're doing with Stella, in which they're kind of using Dixit card backs to kind of mix everything together. We have Sojourn. We have, what else we have? We have Outside the Scope of Board Game Geek for a bunch of dice over here. What else? We have Mystery Express. Oh my gosh, it's another Days of Wonder game I haven't played. How many Days of Wonder games are there that I have not played? There might be more than I thought there were. Then we have Ark Nova. Ark Nova. Do I own this game? No. Do I know where I'll get this game? No. Do I know when I can get this game? No. Will I get this game to the auction winner? Yes. Steve, I love the confidence here. We're up to $299. Whoa, $299 because he's also matching the winning high bid. Wow. That is a fun little bit over here. If you want Ark Nova for $299 or more, while also guaranteeing a matching bid to the Jack Vasel Memorial Auction, Memorial Fund, while getting a copy of Ark Nova at some point from some place in some context, well, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. Anyways, moving on from there, we have Comic Hunters. We have Alien the role-playing game. We have Ascension Tactics. Ascension Tactics, I want to get my hands on Ascension Tactics. I've been hearing good things about this game, and I want to give it a try. $120 currently for the game. Not bad. We have Furnace, a fantastic game from Arcane Wonders. Currently going for $85. We have Components Miniatures over here. What else do we have? Let's scroll down more. We are slowly making progress through these pages. We have Rocky Mountain Man. We have Grimm, a card game. Space Gate Odyssey. More stuff. I'm scrolling. Oh, what's this? Wild Descent? Wild Descent exclusive workers promos. What is this from? Ooh, do I want that? Do I want that? I am very intrigued on this because I need to see if this is compatible with the new edition because I don't know if I have those. We have the Lewis and Clark promo cards, more promo cards, promo cards, promo cards, promo cards, and on to page 6. So we have successfully made our way a quarter through the auction, and like I said, I don't want this video to be an hour long, so we're going to keep going for like another page or two and probably call it there. And reminder, I'm putting up Mind MGMT and Merchants of the Dark Road as a late ad. This auction ends April 2nd, if I'm not mistaken, so get your bids in on that. We're seeing a whole bunch of promo content kind of mixed in here, which is getting through these pages. Ooh, we have Troyes and the Ladies of Troyes. Oh, it's a German copy. Okay, cool. The game includes German and English rules and English card explanations, so it's a German copy, so factor that in before you bid on that. But Troyes is a fantastic game, officially pronounced Trois, but I usually say Troyes because people don't know what I mean when I say Trois. We have Star Wars Unlock, which I eventually plan on getting through, as well as a bunch of other Unlock games, it looks like. I need to play through the Unlock games I already have, although $35 for those 4 is not a bad price. We have Dog Lover from AEG, which is a fantastic game. I have Cat Lover and Dog Lover. I think Dog Lover is better. We have Obsession, a brand new copy of Obsession with the expansions. Whoa, $408. That is a good price for a copy of Obsession with all expansions. This is a highly sought after game. It's hard to get your hands on it. We have Welcome to Centerville. We have Escape Rooms. Sidonia Deluxe Master Set. $90 for this one currently. That's a good price, by the way. That's a good price for the Deluxe Master Set. A decent price. We have Waggle Dance. We have The Gallerist. What are you up to on The Gallerist? $100 for The Gallerist. That's a Vital Lacerda game that I really need to play. I need to dive into these Lacerda games. They are kind of getting in the way over here. We have Tiny Epic Dungeons, a deluxe edition of the game. Imperial Settlers, a game that I want to love and yet have not come around to loving it just yet. And let's go to page 7. Maybe we'll go to page 10. 10 is a good round number. 10 pages of the auction. We'll see what we find over here. What other treasures are there? But again, basic idea of this video is more just about the awareness aspect of things. It's if you happen to see something or hear me talking about a game that you are currently interested in, great, that's awesome, that's half the point. But it's more about just finding a way to talk about the auction in general. We have Savannah Tales, we have Zuluretto. Zuluretto is a great game. I always preferred Colorado as my go-to of choice, but Zuluretto is a fun game. We have Bosk. I need to play Bosk. This is from Daryl Andrews and Floodgate again. So Floodgate's showing up multiple times in multiple ways, but I want to give Bosk a try at some point. It looks pretty. I've heard mixed things in it, but we'll try it out. We have Arkham Horror, the card game, with a bunch of expansions mixed in, currently going for $70. We have Link. This is the newest addition to the GIF series of games. My personal favorite is still Tsar, but Link was up there for me. Link, Tsar, Yinch, Devon, those are some of the ones that have stuck around for me for a while. We have $35 for that currently. We have a list of a bunch of games over here, which I'm not heavily focusing on those just because it'll take more time to see what the auction is actually for. We have a first player market for Terraforming Mars. We have Titan. This Valley Games Edition Titan. What is the price in this? Because this is out of print right now. $65 for the Valley Games Edition of Titan? I mean, I don't know the market every second of every day, but that seems like a good price. That seems like a pretty good price on Titan from what I recall. Again, it does go up and down. We have Verdant. Who's it coming from? It's coming from the publisher. It's coming from Anna. This is once Kickstarter pledge will be sent out when the Kickstarter fulfillment. I will update my current pledge. So it looks like a person individually selling off their pledge for Verdant and Cascadia, which both are fantastic games, currently going for $100. That is not bad at all. Cascadia is one of my favorite games of 2021, and Verdant is a really, really solid game that is very, very good, just pales in comparison to Cascadia for me. We have Byword, an older title. We have Draftosaurus, a fairly newer title, like 2 years old, not that old. We have I Hate Zombies, Cora Quest, brand new sealed copy of Cora Quest from Dan and Cora Hughes, currently going for $60. That's a great game, especially for family friendly. Well, I shouldn't say especially, specifically for family friendly and gateway friendly dungeon crawlers. We have Dungeon Degenerates, Hand of Doom. New and sealed copy of Dungeon Degenerates, first printing, all that. I have a copy myself somewhere. I need to dive into that at some point. What else do we have? We have Super Dungeon Explorer, Forgotten King. Oh my gosh, this game, Super Dungeon Explorer, is a legacy of things gone wrong on Kickstarter. I mean, this game, when it first came out, was so ridiculously sought after. I remember this game. I remember watching. This is how I found, by the way, I found Rodney Smith Watch It Played because I got Super Dungeon Explorer, and so I wanted to figure out how to play it, and I watched his videos of him playing the game, got myself all hyped up about the game, dove into it, and was like, this is not for me. Although it's been so long by now that it's entirely possible the game is for me, but this game was such hype and craze when it came out. I remember it was absolutely insane. And then fast forward and they kind of went under as a company, or temporarily went under as a company. Not entirely clear on that, but they're definitely not around currently. We have Clank promo cards, a whole collection of those. We have some stained glass stuff over here. Just again, scrolling through up to page 8. Again, we're going to go to page 10 and call it a day. 21 pages was a bit ambitious, especially if I actually try to talk about all the things. So, what else do we have? We have Nemesis, not for the board game, but for 3D printed upgrades for Nemesis. We have Settings Fuse, we have Sentinels of the Multiverse, a bunch of 50 variant cards over here. That's interesting. Okay, we have more Sentinels Multiverse cards over there. We have Obsession. This is coming to you from Dan Helligan, the Obsession himself. Deluxe Fight Obsession, all games, including the Useful Box, worldwide shipping, all of that. This is currently going for Okay, that other copy of Obsession is looking pretty darn cheap by comparison. $1,500 for this copy of Obsession. That is absolutely insane. Good for them. Good for them. Good for Dan. Good for the bidder of that. That's amazing. We have D-Day Pocket Dice. So this is an extra expansion that came with D-Day Dice, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. We have the Legends of the Cherry Tree that blossoms every year. Don't know anything about that one. We have Outside the Scope. You're getting hand name foam core. I don't know much about this one, but this looks like some foam core inserts in some way, shape, or form. We have Tiny Epic Zombies Deluxe Edition over here. We have Race for the Galaxy. We have the Networks. We have Evolution. Evolution is a game I actually started diving back into because I've been playing the app. Trickshot. Trickshot is a great game. This is hard to get your hands on too. $100 for Trickshot. I don't even think that's a bad price. This includes the pre-painted miniatures. That is not bad. Trickshot is a fairly expensive game to get your hands on, and my screen's freezing up there. We have Voice of the Mummy, an older game. We have the Grand History of the Realms. We have Dinosaur World. How much is this going for? Dinosaur World for $60 for just the basic retail edition of the game, it looks like. We have Pandemonium. Pandemonium is an interesting one. This one has generally been, what is it going for right now? $55 of Pandemonium seems like a good price. Again, I could be wrong. $10.66, Tears for Many Mothers, $65 for that. We have Skulldog. We have Castle Assault. What else do we have here? Running below on this page over here. We have Arnak, the Expedition Leaders. Arnak, $75 for the Expedition Leaders. I mean, it's a great expansion. It's a great expansion. I just covered this on the channel the other day. Page 9, one more page to go after this. Well, two more pages if you include page 9. And what do we have over here? We have the following. We have Betrayal of the House of the Hill, Widow's Walk. This is the expansion for Betrayal of the House of the Hill. They just announced a 3rd edition. We have Dominant Species, the card game. That came out a while ago. We have Turf Master. We have Timeline Inventions. Timeline is a game that's still stuck around my collection, even though I haven't played it in years. But it's just an accessible gateway game that has... Every time I've tried to introduce people to it is a win. We have Dominion and plus expansions, which is a fantastic thing. Dominion in general is fantastic. We have the Role Player Deluxe box. This is just the box, nothing else over here. I really need to dive into the expansions for Role Player because the base game is always good, but didn't do it for me as much as it did for others. We have Space Base. We have just the box over here. This is just the box and insert. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we have $15 for that. We have, what else do we have? We have Ticket to Ride. We have Ticket to Ride with some expansions over here. A whole bunch of expansions. Wow, Ticket to Ride. Nordic's my personal favorite, but we have Enchanters. This is an Enchanters collection, including a whole bunch of stuff for Enchanters. $45. That's a great price for what you're getting over here. If you get further down, and this makes sense in general, the further down you get into this auction, there's a decent chance you'll be finding more and more deals because people get that fatigue. They go through the first 15 pages, and they don't always see everything they want, and they kind of give up to a certain extent. Again, that's why you can always, if you want, you can just sort by the titles, by clicking titles only, and you can see all the titles for Battle Line, Grand Astria, Wingspan. We can see Raids, Veggie Gardens, Shipwreck Arcana. We can see all that stuff going all the way up to page 3 if you wanted to just see just the titles of everything you're interested in over here. Looks like we have Formula D, we have Ocean Crisis, just lots of titles over here. You can scroll through all of that at your leisure to find any specific games you want. Zombicide, Black Plague, Grin and Scowl, you want that? Go ahead. You want to find Mountain Goats, Sagrada, you want to find Aeon's End or Sienna, Heaven and Ale, all that stuff at a glance. You can see it if you do it that way. You have Sheriff of Nottingham, the original Sheriff of Nottingham. This is a hard to get copy of the game. Sheriff of Nottingham is a fantastic game. I prefer the original version compared to CMON's new reprint, so $50 for that is a decent price. I believe it's currently expensive and hard to get your hands in it. We have the Blood Rage promo, Hilly the Even-Handed. This has at times gone for $70, $80, $100 at times. I don't know what the current mark value is, but $60 does seem like a good price point. We have, what else do we have? Let's scroll down further and further. And we have, what is this? What is this auction over here? I don't know. That's all. That's just more miniatures. A whole bunch of miniatures. We have Chaos Ball. For the Chaos Ball, several expansions and all that for currently $30. Honestly, that makes sense. Chaos Ball was never one of these most sought after CMON Kickstarters. It had its audience at a time. I remember Tom actually reviewed it, seemed to like it, and dumped all the miniatures into a single box, and half the world cringed. We have, what else do we have? We have Avion, A Clash of Popes. We have Starbots, and then let's keep scrolling. Some trains over here. Oh, I remember this. I remember these were on Kickstarter. These are the deluxe line of trains for various train games if you want to mix those in however you want. And then, what else? We have Firefly, and I've actually played Firefly. This is specifically the Kalisada over here. and then we have one more page, and then we're going to call it a day on this auction perusal thing. Let's see. What do we have? What do we have over here? We have Whistle Mountain. Whistle Mountain is fantastic, by the way. Whistle Mountain is a great game. Highly recommended. $68 for that one. Currently, we have Summoner Wars 2nd Edition. I've been debating trying to try Summoner Wars again, because I tried the original way back in the day, but I tried it like once, never heavily gone into it. I should probably just pass on it. I have too many games as it is. We have the full 7th Continent Kickstarter pledge. This is solid. This is currently going for $250 for 7th Continent. This is a game that at one point was going for like $500. It was crazy, the demand, but then enough reprints and enough things landing, and it has gone down back to a normalized amount. We have the Grand Austria Hotel that we just talked about. We have Ecos New Horizon. This is expansion for Ecos First Continent. I think Ecos is a great game that we love to pull out. It's basically bingo for adults. Really enjoy Ecos. Bingo's arguably for adults. We have Wingspan plus some expansions over here, currently going for $150, which is pretty solid over there. We have the Divided Republic, a game I've never had the chance to play, unfortunately. We have Tribes of Zebria, didn't play that one either. Game of Thrones, wow, this goes back to the older LCGs that Fantasy Flight put out, some of which have been reprinted, some of which have not lasted, some of which have done tremendously well. I'm looking at you, Lord of the Rings, Marvel Champions, and Arkham Horror. We have Veggie Garden, we have Shipwreck Arcana, we're starting to see those ones I was clicking on a second ago. We have Champions of Hera. It's supposed to be a bit of a Mage Knight adjacent style game. If you like Mage Knight, you might like that. We have Legendary Encounters, a Firefly deck building game. We have Ashes Reborn, Rise of the Phoenix Born. Not actually for the Reborn. This is for the original first edition. This is the nature of Board Game Geek. They kind of link things together in a way that can be frustrating. We have Genties. Oh my gosh, this is a great game. I love this game. I'm probably saying it incorrectly. It's probably like Yenties or something like that. I don't know, but currently $100 for this game. Fantastic game. I really, really like this game and need to get it tabled again. It has been far, far too long. And that is basically 10 pages. So we're going to call that a wrap in there so I don't, completely go forever on this one. But once again, this is the Jack Vasel Memorial Fund. This is a bit of a just trying to spread some awareness about this in case you didn't know, in case you're looking for a way to both get something good while giving to a good cause. Thanks to everyone. Thanks to people who are running the auction. Thanks for Board Game Geek to sponsoring it. And if I'm not mistaken, they credit back the normal 3% that they usually ask for in these auctions. I think they credit that for this auction or for auctions like this. Congratulations or appreciation to everyone who is sponsoring stuff for the auction, and everyone who is bidding for anything, including the ridiculous stuff like $1,500 for Obsession or $300 for the copy of Ark Nova. So many things over here to get your hands on it, all going towards a good cause. And you can see over here the various administrators of the auction. Again, thanks to everyone for just straight up supporting a good cause. On my end, I'm giving 2 games, but really I have a platform. Is sometimes the benefit of having a platform is the opportunity to share, to help people in whatever minimal way I can. And so that's this video. And so until next time, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co. Thanks for being here. Go ahead and check it out. I'll have links down below. And as always, have a good one.